like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So I'm recording this on Christmas morning. Season's greetings, everybody, or as we say in Judaism, a Freilichen Hanukkah. Freilichen Hanukkah means a happy Hanukkah to you. This is the 8th day of Hanukkah that this is going out on. Well, tonight for me is the 8th night of Hanukkah. We start the day at the night. Jews are messed up that way. We just do these things. So this is the 8th day of Hanukkah. It's Boxing Day this year. You live in the future, and boy, did we get a lot of Christmas presents that I was not expecting. Rusty Davis, thank you, Rusty Davis. There is no opposition of Rusty Davis's awesome switch. Stuff I didn't see coming at all. Firstly, Emily Cook is doing a watch-along. Maybe Rusty Davis will be involved in that as well. That'd be awesome. I love the watch-alongs, right? The watch-alongs are a lot of fun. They were invented by, Emily... what's her name? Emily Cook, I think. I just blanked her name completely. Anyway, they were started during lockdown. They were a lovely unifying thing, and we got one tonight at 7 o'clock for the Christmas invasion. Which, I'm 100% there. It sounds like a lot of fun. I'm totally going to be on board for this. So that was a nice little Christmas tree. Yeah, I'm all that. Emily, darling, Emily. If I may say so, I saw your collector's segment on the season 2. Blu-ray of Doctor Who. It was okay, but you seemed a touch, uncomfortable in front of the camera, right? You seemed a little bit like a deer in the headlight. May I recommend? Start a YouTube channel. After a couple of months doing this, you're going to have no problem being in front of the camera. That was just the impression I got, right? You just didn't seem relaxed. The content's very good. You can write, you know what you're doing. Look, just my advice to you, as somebody who genuinely likes you, right? I like you, and I like everything you do, and I wish you every success as well. So there's that. Fine. So we had that little Christmas present. Which I'm doing a live stream tonight at 5 p.m. Again, for you, this is in the past, and 5 p.m. UK time. I'm probably going to just go late and do the watch along with the Christmas invasion. I've got to watch it, comment on it, and tweet out all at the same time. It's going to be tricky, right? It's going to be tricky. We'll give it a go, right? So that's going on. But then, just completely out the blue, I got like a 5-minute warning about it. We got a teaser for a trailer, or a teaser trailer coming out on Christmas Day for, the 6th anniversary stuff with David Tennant. It's like, 11 months early? Russell, there's no need for that. And look, Rusty Davis, freaking awesome, mate. Absolutely freaking awesome. No need to do that whatsoever. And he actually went out and apologized for there to be no Christmas special this year. Okay, there's two ways of looking at it. Either he's just a really nice guy who likes Doctor Who and loves the fans. That could be, right? And I would really love that to be the case, right? I would love that to be the case. Or he's pretending to try and make Christmas, rebrand Doctor Who as Christmas again. I don't care what the truth is. I just care that I like it, right? So we have a very, very, very unexpected trailer dropping today. Again, I'm doing a live stream. I hope to be covering it all. It's going to be awesome, right? I'm really, really genuinely excited. I do hope not Noel Clarke gets involved in the watch along. That would be someone. But yeah, I would love Noel Clarke to be tweeting out through that. That would be fantastic. Anyway, so yeah, two great, incredible Christmas presents that I didn't expect to happen whatsoever. But then, those little scamps at CBR gives us this awesome piece of Christmas hilarity. The most insane article ever written. Literally the most insane article ever written. This is it. You may say, Tzvi, you're exaggerating, right? You're exaggerating. No, I'm really not. This is so bonkers. We really can't overplay how bonkers it absolutely is. It's completely straight. Again, real wonderful. Third Christmas present, right? Listen, if we're showing off Christmas presents, this is what I got for myself because I didn't have to pay the massive shipping because it was available on Book Depository. This is awesome, by the way. Absolutely awesome. Love this, right? Absolutely adore this. It's a book about the Virgin New Adventures. There's lots about the art with David J. Howe doing an incredible job. Really, really fantastic. Wonderful. So I love that. So yeah, we've had lots and lots of Christmas presents. Now people, before we get to the article, people keep saying, yeah, see, it's a bit strange you being a Jewy, very, very Jewy rabbi who really loves Christmas, right? And people just can't understand it. So I just want to present. This seems like sanity to me. You tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, this is like a good Christmas, an average Christmas, the way it should be, I think, right? That you wake up in the morning early, the kids open the presents, right? If you're the kids, opening presents. If you're parents, you watch kids opening presents. It's a lot of fun, right? It's a lot of fun. They go, oh yeah. Then the kids go off and play. Then mummy and daddy goes off and plays in their room as well. And everybody has a fantastic morning, right? An absolutely fantastic morning. Frankly, if you left it there, that would be enough to make Christmas awesome forever. But no, it gets better, right? You get up, you have a bit of brunch, some French toast, I don't know, get something to warm you up as you get ready for Christmas dinner around, around the Queen's speech, the King's speech now. Man, I should watch that. It's going to be weird this year. And then you have your friends come round. And something I always loved about Christmas in England is how unifying it is. You know, you can watch the Only Fools and Horses Christmas special and the Downton Abbey Christmas special, and you're all seeing the same thing. You see the lords and the ladies having their Christmas meal. You see the servants having their Christmas meal. You see the trotters having their little Christmas meal in Nelson Mandela Estates, with grandpa has forgot to take the chipolatas out, the turkey, cooked it with a plastic bag inside. It's one, and we all do the same thing. We all have this wonderful meal together. It was some description, right? Well, many do, right? Have this meal together in some description or other. Then you head off to the pub for a bit. You have a nap. You watch a James Bond movie. I don't know. And there's normally a party by the evening, right? It's like, what's there not to like in that scenario, right? That just sounds awesome beyond awesome, right? I could get used to that, right? That sounds very nice. Anyway, I digress. We've gone over the Christmas presents. Let's unwrap this Christmas present. No, I'm not talking about mummy and daddy in the bedroom again. Sadly, it's Jodie Whittaker. Please, nobody, for the love of sanity of the world, nobody ever unwrapped Jodie Whittaker. It was. They tell a story about all the evils in the world that are contained within called Pandorica's. What's it? Pandora's box, right? Pandora's box. No. It's Jodie Whittaker's knickers. Just keep it inside, darling. No, nobody wants to see that. No, honestly, nobody. Would be my guess. It's stunning and brave. Yes. Jodie Whittaker, Doctor Who. Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor is the best. I mean, this is not me taking the piss. This is actually a real, genuine article, right? This is they actually wrote this. Right, somebody went to the trouble to write this. That's crazy. Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor is the best incarnation of the Time Lord. By what metric? What metric possible could you come up with this bizarre, I would say, insane conclusion? By what metric could you possibly call her the bestest Doctor? I mean, really? She was awful beyond awful. She had no idea what the character was, and she didn't get much help from Chris Chibnall, who seemed to have even less idea. All he really wanted to know was he wanted to be get a round of applause at cocktail parties for being stunning and brave, for hiring a female doctor and breaking that glass ceiling. And they still think this bullshit gets people excited. I was watching this insane 30-second promotion of the Witcher, the Blood Orange and whatever, and you have a bunch of weird-looking people talking about why you should watch The Witcher, and when this guy's being super gay, who's clearly in it, said, well, it's got the first male kiss in The Witcher ever. Who gives a crap? I don't understand. No, I don't want to see Henry Cavill tongue kiss another bloke. I know he's not in it, but that's not a selling point to me. I'm not saying, erase all gays. No! I'm just saying it's not a fucking selling point, you weirdo morons. Okay? If I may say so. What was it? Doctor Who ended big in 2022. Well, the last couple of seconds were big when Jodie Whittaker finally left. Yes, they were big. Huge, one would say. However, despite David Tennant's return, Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor is still the best incarnation. She's still the best! She's really not. She's really, really, genuinely not the best. She's not the best, okay? You got to get used to that reality. She's the worst. She's absolutely awful. 2022 proved to be a huge year for Doctor Who. Well, again, the last couple of minutes. then it got pretty darn huge, pretty darn quickly. Huge. But up until then, pretty darn awful. Fans not only experienced the departure of Jodie Whittaker. Yes, there was dancing in the streets. Thank God. Thank God she's gone. Yeah. She was so awful, right? In a just a terrible production of the show. Yeah, she was genuinely awful, right? She just didn't understand the character at all. Why would you play it like a clueless coward? I don't understand. A clueless, cruel coward. What about Doctor Who screamed that to you, right? No, I don't know. Although, it's not that she intended to play like a clueless, cruel coward. It's that she's one of the Twitterati, right? And these progressive liberals who just don't understand humanity in any way. I saw somebody accuse a friend of mine of grooming because he was nice to somebody once. No. Normative friendship is what human beings do, right? That's normal. You weirdos are not normal. You weirdos are strange, right? That's not called grooming. Friendship isn't grooming, right? Grooming is when you have a friendship with the intention of taking this child and violating them sexually in some way or another, right? That's grooming. Little bit different. They're so weird. That's why they don't. You can't write a show about heroism for people who don't understand very basic morality, right? And well, that's just one guy's opinion for you, I guess. I think you just need to understand very basic morality to be able to understand how to write moral plays, right? Which they don't, which Whittaker didn't. So, and she just played it like like an annoying soccer mum, right? She was awful. No, again, I just don't think she could conceive of the character. Not because she's particularly dumb, although I don't think she's very smart. I think she's feminine, right? And it's a character that normally skews masculine. Doctor Who, of all the sci-fi genre, classic sci-fi genre shows, is one that skews most feminine, I think. But there's still a masculine skew to it, right? It's just that's the way it is. No, and she just didn't understand it. And Chris Chibnall was too much of a pussy to be able to tell her. He was too much of a pussy to tell Saguna Akula that sounds awful. The guy did the music, just absolutely awful. If we do get a trailer today, again, you're in the future. If we do get a trailer today, who's doing the music for it? They haven't announced who's doing the music for it. And music is a big part of a trailer. Weirdly enough, Neil Patrick Harris has a German accent. Is he just putting on for that one scene? I don't know. Interesting. It is interesting. So huge year. We experienced not only did we experience the part of Jodie Whittaker, thank God, after an epic battle with Sashaman's master. Not really. I mean, again, it was only good when she wasn't in it, and when some of the time, and it wasn't good. It was just she wasn't in it, so I didn't want to tear my own flesh off my face rather than watch it. Right? That it could be that. Might be connected to that somehow. Fans not only experienced I'm still there in the power of the Doctor, but it also ended with David Tennant's return to the franchise. No! They're saying, don't prove us wrong. Well, you proved wrong, mate. That's what popular looks like. Do you remember, just before he appeared? Yeah, it was unpopular. Then David Tennant appeared, bing, popular. Popular, unpopular. Popular, unpopular. You got to tell it, say that you put the two things together, it makes it so freakishly obvious, right? I mean, I don't understand why you would go out your way to make it so insanely freakishly obvious, but well done for you, I guess. Yeah, you made it so obvious that Jodie Whittaker was an absolute dire failure. How do we know she was an absolute dire failure? Because she absolutely direly failed. I mean, really, it's not bloody rocket science to work out, is it? Furthermore, fans of the popular sci-fi series got to meet Whittaker's successor. Well, it's actually David Tennant is Whittaker's successor. We met him before. Ncuti Gatwa, who will be piloting the TARDIS as the 15th Doctor in 2024. I think 2023, Christmas 2023, is when we're seeing Ncuti. And I'm telling you, looks fantastic. Looks like it's going to be absolutely fantastic, double dozy. I'm very excited about it. Am I more excited about Ncuti or Millie? I don't know. I oscillate between the two. Excited for very different reasons. Let's say. Fine. So why do they think this is anything other than a putrid disaster? This is the question we got to hear the answer to. Well, Doctor Who fans have a lot to look forward to the next 2 years, and more, I think. It can't be the night that Jodie Whittaker left a lasting impact on the franchise. I'm denying that. Yeah, no, she's forgotten forever. That's why you're writing this article, because she has literally been forgotten forever instantly. She's been forgotten forever instantly because she was useless, right? That is why she's been forgotten forever instantly. Again, want to be clear, she's been forgotten forever instantly. And her impact is going to be washed away. And the reason you don't like this, right, isn't because you particularly liked her Doctor Who. No, because nobody bloody liked it because it was awful. No, you don't like this because it leaves you with egg all over your bloody face. That's it. And that's really the entirety of it, right? We want to pretend you don't have egg on your face. That's why you wrote all of this, weirdo. Right? Well, people do a lot weirder things to pretend they don't have egg on their face, really. Fine. As divisive as the era was, yes, very true, was with Christian was serving as showrunner, her 13th Doctor broke new grounds. Yes! Broke new grounds in failure. It was the lowest rated Doctor Who of all time. For good reason. It was unwatchable pap. That's the good reason. It was unwatchable. Her 13th broke new ground and helped set a standard for the series moving forward. No, they're doing everything humanly possible to get away from that standard because it was too low. Nobody watched it. Nobody liked it, right? Again, this is what we call reality. Reality. I know you find it disturbing. It can even be argued that Whittaker's era facilitated the casting of... It can even be argued that Whittaker's era facilitated the casting of two black actors as the iconic Time Lord. Joe Martin in 2020, and now Ncuti Gatwa, fucking nothing to do with it whatsoever. And the only reason Joe Martin was cast as the Doctor was because she's black, right? The director of the new Little Mermaid, the Black Little Mermaid, that black people are quite upset about, from what I understand, he said, we looked at every ethnicity and race before we chose on the Black Little Mermaid. Bull shit. Right, you may have looked at it, but you walked in knowing you wanted a Black Little Mermaid, just like Chibnall wrote it in the script. Why would you write that in the script? Because you're racist. Essentially, because you're racist. I mean, there was nothing in the character that made them black, right? I don't mind characters being anything if there's a reason for them to be that character, other than Chris Chibnall wanting to really go, oh, you're so stunning and brave. Really? And how he got another job is still beyond me. Good work if you can get it. However, these aren't the only milestones. They aren't even milestones. No, they did nothing. Whittaker achieved during her tenure. Her 13th Doctor was also developed in ways that built everything that came before, but also explored new... No, it wasn't. It destroyed everything that came before and built in the rubble, right? And now we're just destroying that and having everything we came before back to where it was used to be before. Her 13th Doctor also developed in new ways and blah 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 blah, but also experienced new storylines. They were so boring. You know, I mean, what one? Oh no, humans use plastic in the oceans. Oh, we're going to see some sea devils. No, just gay men kissing. Oh, well, it's nearly the same thing, I guess. And again, if there's a reason for that, a couple of gay men kissing in the script, but there wasn't one. Other than Chris Chibnall's just unbelievable need for validation, right? Yeah, that's what I think it really comes down to. I think blah blah blah, but also new storylines that wouldn't have been possible in previous eras. Yes, because there was quality control. In this regard, 13th Doctor is the best incarnation yet. Again, what are these storylines, right? What are these storylines that are so freakishly important? 13th Doctor, the first openly queer incarnation. That is not a selling point. For Doctor fucking Who, right? I mean, how is that a selling point for Doctor Who? Oh, so gay people can be seen. So how's that a selling point for Doctor Who? So gay people can be seen. So how's that a selling point for Doctor Who? And that's how the conversation goes, right? That's why they will never have the conversation, because they're all racist morons. Oh, did I say moron? I didn't need to say that when I'm saying racist, because it's the same bloody thing. Obviously, one of the ways the 13th Doctor stands out from predecessors is her absolute cowardice and not going for the relationship with Yaz. I mean, but really, would you? She's so miserable, Yaz. Oh no, Doctor. It's so moody. Oh, thank God this era's over. Everything about it was shit. It's the first time getting betrayed by a female actor. Interestingly, she still likes pussy. All the other Doctors, I think, like pussy. So does this one. Some things never change, right? Despite the actor's real life gender, the 13th Doctor doesn't identify exclusively as female and thinks of herself as more as gender fluid. Oh, what a shock! What a shock! You mean the moronic cause du jour, right? It just kind of fitted into Criminal's plan. That was the whole point of it. I mean, God, she wasn't the first female Doctor. She was the first trans Doctor, and she was shit at that too. I mean, we did notice the rainbow across a non-existent chest, right? Which, why would you draw attention to that? I don't know. But yes, you did. With the rainbow, I mean, it's like, it was a little bit on the nose, wasn't it? A little bit on the nose. Interesting, like the episode, blah, blah, blah. This aspect of the character was established right away in her first episode in The Woman Who Fell to Earth. Upon the Doctor discovered she regenerated a female body. They were surprised at first, but then, upon the Doctor discovering they had regenerated, all of them. They've all regenerated into a female body, and they were surprised at us. Look how many of us, we're all women now, I know. But then the situation was quickly accepted the situation. So what do you think? It should have been okay, oh no, I wish I had a dick. Can I tie a carrot onto my knickers? You know, so I can feel at home, right? What was your plan? Ding-a-ling. Oh, God. Oh. Man, we're hitting maximum stupidity here, aren't we? When it came time to pick a new wardrobe, the 13th Doctor chose gender-neutral yet queer-coded outfit. They're the same thing! Yeah, I mean, okay, you saying that gender-neutral is not queer-coded? No, gender-neutral is queer. It's not gay. It's not like, you know, gay people being gay, like normal, like two normal men who would like to have sex with each other, right? Oh, shall we put rainbows all over ourselves? Oh, yes! No, that's weird, right? Oh, God. Where are we up to? From that point on, the 13th Doctor made several references to both her male and female identities, never once invalidating one in favour of the other. Well, why would you? What? She never once invalidated one of her previous incarnations. Somehow. Okay, this era didn't happen. I can't wait for the whatever Neil Patrick Harris is playing to wash this stupidity away. In addition to there being gender fluid, the 13th Doctor also showed romantic interest in women. Well, one woman, and not really, right? One woman showed a lot of romantic interest in her. Yes, how long have you been gay, darling? Is there anybody else you fancied, or was it just the Doctor? Because she's just that stunning and brave. She turned you queer, right? Oh, that's some powerful vagina, even though it's gender fluid. Interesting. It was the first time when she expressed having a crush on herself after she split her existence across 3 different timelines during the events of Doctor Who Flux. Really? Oh, right there. At the absolute end. Oh, so she first did it then. Oh, yes, of course she loves herself. Oh, my God. She's like the Doctor Who equivalent of Meghan Markle. Who she probably loves, right? Having crushed on herself, split in 3 different things. Doctor Who Flux. She flirted with herself in the TARDIS before she was put back together by the entity of time. Oh, God. It's painful reading this, isn't it? It really is. It's miserable. The 13th Doctor Attraction Women was further explored in a 2-minute conversation in the 2022 specials when it was confirmed that her companion, Yaz Khan, why they always do that, had a mutual romantic feelings. No, she didn't. The Doctor had no romantic feelings to her at all. She just kind of like ate an ice cream with her before she regenerated. How'd they get on top of the TARDIS to do that? I don't know. Like, I can understand Capaldi doing it on his own, but like, like, how'd you get him? Okay, whatever. She even flirted with the TARDIS before it was put around blood. The 13th Doctor Attraction Woman was explored. Yaz Khan. Unfortunately for Yaz, the Doctor learned from past experience with Rose Tyler. How do you know it's Rose Tyler? Really? God, it's just so much stupid in one article. That romantic things would always be doomed to end tragically. Although the 13th Doctor opted not to set herself both up as herself and Yaz up for heartbreak, she's still the first incarnation of the Time Lord to be depicted as openly queer and not as a gag. Okay. Okay, what was it? Okay, whatever. God, I mean, just look how stupid this is. I mean, like, oh, you thought they're all going to love me. I love watching her at the San Diego Comic-Con in 2018 before she debuted, like, all that totally undeserved confidence. 13th Doctor is the second Doctor to have a Northern accent. So what? And it didn't really work with Excellent, in all fairness, right? Excellent is the one who stands out most of all the Doctors. It really didn't work there either. So, okay, you just got irrelevant, pointless things that damage the show so far. While each incarnation has spoken in various accents throughout this show's history, London and Scottish, a few have spoken with a few have unsurprisingly spoken with a Northern English accent. At best, the 7th Doctor and 12th Doctor spoke with Scottish accents, but only the 9th Doctor managed the Lancastrian accent from Greater Manchester area. I really should have lines of coke to get through this, right? I'm like, I need coke or copium, one of the two. Yes, he had an accent. Lots of planets out of the north. You see, that's what it's like when somebody can really write, right? A line written how many years ago? We're in 2022, 17 years ago. Still remember it fresh as anything, because it's written well. The vast majority of the Doctors ever spoken with a Southern English accent, most notably received pronunciation RP. Given the greater trend towards Southern accents, hearing a 13th... No! It was the time, you fucking moron! This is here. I mean, that Doctor Who. I don't know where I am. They're the best. I mean, they should pay me for that. Given that the greater trend towards Southern accent with the 13th Doctor speaking with a Western Yorkshire accent is a refreshing for many reasons. It would have been if she doesn't just talk pure, unrelenting shit with that accent, right? But she did. Apart from showcasing how diverse British accents actually are throughout the country, we know it's also a known fact that having a regional accent in the UK is a source of discrimination. How's it known? To who? Where? When? What the fuck are you talking about? We have the Guardian readers who live in London who have absolute disdain for any of that. It's a classist thing more than anything else. They have absolute disdain for anybody not in their Oxbridge bubble, right, or wherever it is. They're terrible, terrible people. That is true, right? That's 100% accurate. They are terrible, terrible people. And normal people are not like that. Yeah, the people who don't live on Twitter are not like that. I mean, like, they made this show for the Twitterati, and that's who they got to watch it, or pretend they would watch it, because nobody else did they? Apart from showcasing blah, 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 Source of discrimination, even employment opportunities. You lying cunts. Allowing Whittaker to keep a natural West Yorkshire accent as the 13th Doctor does two things. Doesn't make her have to use another accent, because let's face it, the craft of acting isn't really her strong suit now, is it? Right? It's not really like, oh, Jodie, whoa, you knocked that acting stuff out the park. No. You're very, very bad at it, right? You're very bad at it. How do we know you're very bad at it? I've seen you play Doctor Who, right? I think you can play things that you understand, like, girlfriends or mothers. I don't think you can play a role that you don't understand, right? Which is like Doctor Who or whatever. Since the Doctor represents... Okay, 1 second. So it's more discrimination. Oh, second, it drives home the show's message: the Doctor can be anyone, and so nobody's special, right? Here's the thing: the Doctor can be anyone, but not anyone can be the Doctor. It takes work, right? It takes effort. It takes strength to be a moral person, right? To be a crusader for morality. And anybody could be a crusader for morality. Very few decide to do it, though, right? It knows no bounds of class or colour or ethnicity. Anybody could be a crusader for morality. Jodie Whittaker wasn't, unfortunately. Jodie Whittaker's Doctor wasn't. Probably Jodie Whittaker isn't. So, but that's why they have to have all these, like, faux morality things of morality to justify themselves, right? They're not moral in any way, shape, or form. So they make up this fake morality that doesn't connect with reality in any way to say, look how moral we are. You're not. You're not. You're a lazy cunt. I mean, that's basically who you are. Since the then Doctor also represents one marginalised group as queer, gender-fluid incarnation of the Time Lord. How are they marginalised? They seem to have complete and total control over our world. Doesn't seem very marginalised to me. Having her embody another marginalised group by giving her a West Yorkshire accent stays on brand for a character. Again, you're right, it does. That the gay people aren't marginalised and West Yorkshire people aren't marginalised, right? Idiots are, generally speaking, which Jodie Whittaker is. I mean, at least that's how she played Doctor Who. It also makes her the second Doctor after the Night to have a Northern accent. You said that twice. Blimey. Are you being paid by the word? This is just going on forever. The 13th Doctor has traits from previous other Doctors. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. She's not real. Right. Yeah, okay. Let's say you see a cartoon bunny, right? And he's doing a dance. Cartoon bunny dancing, right? The cartoon bunny didn't decide to make up the dance by himself. No, the cartoon bunny isn't real. Other people worked out the dance and drew it, right? Same here, okay? Same with this sort of thing. Only a cartoon bunny, normally quite a bit more interesting than this garbage. One thing fans have grown accustomed to when it comes to the Doctor is new regeneration results in more than just a change in appearance. Yeah, it also a change in people liking the show, which the change was, it went from being popular to very unpopular. Then, again, 1 second became popular, isn't it? Absolutely incredible. The 13th Doctor, however, changes this trend by reclaiming some of the traits that were seemingly lost to other Doctors. No, Capaldi did this beautifully. Capaldi had micro expressions. I watched Twice Upon a Time last night. Love that show. I just love it. There's a few fan edits of Capaldi basically splicing between him regenerating and boom, David Tennant on the Durdle Door or whatever they weren't supposed to be on. The Doctor's 13th Doctor. So one of the first callbacks of the previous, I think it was episode 7 of season 11, Kablam. Okay, when she got affairs. Again, it's trading off past successes to make your make yourself seem less of a failure. I mean, that's why you brought Captain Jack in. That was the final episode. It was all member bearers, right? Other callbacks include the 11th Doctor, including wearing a bow tie, and the season 12 two-parter Spyfall. Okay, Really, and shouting the iconic catchphrase Geronimo when fighting a pirate sea dog. Oh, God. Really? Did she? I don't even remember that, and I'm kind of glad about it, quite frankly. The 11th Doctor isn't the only... was it? The 11th Doctor isn't the only incarnation the 13 calls back to. However, she also channels the arrogance and angry outbursts of the 10th Doctor, because that's the only one she's seen and knows anything about. At one point, she even uttered the 10th Doctor's, what? Of course she does, right? When she was imprisoned by the Jadoon at the end of the Timeless Children. Yeah, I mean, how'd you cap off the shittest episode of all time, right? How'd you make the shittest, lore-destroying, a continuity-blowing-up episode of all time? Oh, you have the Doctor captured by a bunch of space rhinos and then held in prison and she's not able to escape because she's useless. I mean, I understand, like, what's the advantage of being useless? Somebody explain it to me. What am I up to? Furthermore, 13 has worn colourful scarves as a callback to the 4th Doctor. Yes, member bearers, a reference to the 3rd Doctor's famed line, reverse polarity, neutral flow. A lot of people had that line. Lastly, the 13th Doctor briefly used a Scottish accent to activate her specialised handcuffs in reference to the 7th and 12th Doctors. Yeah, again, it's always the worst. It's always at its worst when it pisses on other Doctor Who, right? None of this is real, mate. I just want to say it's all about to be decanonized. Thank God, go away. 13 builds on growth of previous Doctors. No, she does not, right? She does none of these things. To build on the last point, which you didn't make, right? So I'm building on a failed point, which I failed to make. But building on that, right? Building on that, because, you know, we like a good bit of building. The 13th, the last part of the 13th Doctor reclaimed traits from the previous incarnation. She also demonstrates that she also demonstrably showcases her growth she's undergone since then. Well, I mean, what's the opposite of growth? Degeneration? Given the last incarnation of the Doctor dealt with severely traumatic events, time war, loss of beloved companions, those experiences have shaped the 13th Doctor to form relationships with other people. So those same experiences even factor in how 13 handles dangerous situations. She's useless, right? How does she handle dangerous situations? She is absolutely, utterly useless, right? So really, somewhat unsurprisingly, we're coming up to the end of the article, and I know you're going to be amazed. They haven't totally made their argument yet. I don't think they've completely made their case. Because the more modern incarnations of the Doctor have a long history of companions through tragic circumstances, with the last 3 dying. What? I mean, the last 3. So you got Bill Potts. She didn't really die, and she was saved by... the water girl, the wet girl. How wet is she? Well, she seemed pretty wet, especially around Bill Potts. And then Clara, she didn't die either. Wasn't she ended up being rescued by Alcildir or whatever? So she's not dead. And then before that, you had Amy. Well, I mean, she died of old age, I guess. I mean, you know, after living a happy, long life. What are you talking about? There was Adric, and that's basically it. And, you know, Lucy Picking Miller. I mean, that was one of the most heartbreaking companion deaths of all time, wasn't it? Anyway, because, okay, talking absolute crap. It's unbelievable how much shit one person can talk. Actually, it's not. Have you ever seen my channel? That's essentially what it is. It's amazing how much shit one person can talk. That was a bit meta, wasn't it? Because the modern blah 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 3 dying, the Doctor's understandably kept the emotional investment in with new companions at arm's length. No, Chris Chibnall is a bad writer, and he wasn't able to write characters or be able to write character interplay. So that's really what's going on there now, isn't it? She loved them enough to think of them as her fam, but was careful to avoid romantic entanglements, while 13 genuinely loved Yaz in a romantic capacity. How do you know? How do you know? You don't, do you? Yeah, no, I think you're, projecting maybe. In a romantic capacity, she chose to keep those relationships platonic to avoid Reliving the same painful loss as her. Again, this is all your fan fiction. She simply avoided another Martha Jones situation by validating Yaz's feelings and explaining her reasons for not. Okay, no. She lastly prioritized her companions' safety by not letting them get involved in dangerous situations. This ultimately kept the companions alive. That the companions survived this, I find to be the biggest leap of logic possible, because there's no way they would have survived. Really? There's just, like, she was a disaster. Watch some of her episodes, right? The Sarungra conundrum. They're on a planet, a garbage planet with metal detectors looking for, I don't know, some trinket, and they find a bomb, it blows up, and the next thing they know, they're on a spaceship that's taken to a hospital, and she tries to steal the spaceship to get back to the TARDIS that would basically kill everybody. But then, of course, we get the nice transmeshes of men giving birth to men and women giving birth to women. With David Tennant returning to the 14th Doctor for the 60th anniversary to repair the intense damage done to Doctor Who by Jodie Whittaker. It's unlikely that he'll be the same character as the 10th incarnation. They're writing him as that in the Doctor Who magazine comic strip, which was directed by Ross D. Davis. This will largely be due to the growth demonstrated by Whittaker. Man, everything you said in this has been wrong, right? And the milestones the character has achieved since the 10th incarnation. This alone will be a major testament to the legacy of the 13th Doctor leaving behind. Man, I only got paid well for this nice dose of copium. No, she failed. You know she failed. She failed hard. She failed because she was useless, and you're wrong, right? So these are all the worst things in the world to people like this. But yes, she failed. She failed hard. We all know she failed hard because David Tennant came in and we saw what the success was. She failed hard. Everything she did was wrong. She destroyed the audience. She destroyed the show. She shattered fandom. Everything about the Whittaker era was genuinely awful. And all the insane articles in the world that you write will never, ever change that. Thank God she's gone. Hopefully we'll never, ever see her again. Long may that reign happen of the non-Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who, which was frankly terrible. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.